Alright guys, welcome back to the series. It has been a little while. I've been playing a little indie game for the last week and a bit. I wanted to give a small developer a chance, so I've been playing Forza Horizon 5. But anyway, we are returning to Tsukuba here, and we've got this chap who's just forcing his way through the pack. That is the way it goes in Tsukuba. It's so hard to overtake that people decide to just use the push to pass on every occasion. So we are using this to get up into 4th place, and then we're coming up behind Blaze, and well, he's going to just try a different approach but still force his way past. Blaze is now behind him, and then coming into the right-hander here, gonna just push him off. Like, yeah, how do you like that, buddy? Anyway, so he's going to be way further down than he was, actually further down than he started. And then next up at number 9, we are moving to Sardegna for an FIA race, which makes this even worse. And the fact that A Barber is 2 positions in front of this guy makes this dive bomb even more special. It might have just been late on the brakes, but otherwise going to shove A Barber off there and beautifully manage to spin himself. So Barber's going to manage to stay in front of him. And then next up at 8, we are back on Tsukuba. Not for the last time today. We got this guy, he's woken up and he's chosen violence on for this race. So he's just going to push that guy for seemingly no reason. Maybe there's history, I don't know. And the other guy's going to get a bit of revenge on him. He's not going to be able to get past him. But then we are going to be jumping ahead a little bit, and the guy's still behind him. And we're going to have a little bit of a fight going on here. We're going to try and take this guy out, and he's going to slow down just enough that he misses out. And now we are in stone dead last place. You love to see it. And then next up at 7, we are moving to Sardegna again. We have started 3rd here. We're going to take traction control off and unfortunately very quickly end up last in a 30-lap race. So he's got a lot of work to do. Fortunately for him, he did end up finishing 8th again, so that was a good effort. And next up, just missing out the top 5, we are back on Tsukuba. We're doing a bit of a back and forth here between the tracks. Another chap who has chosen violence today. And now we've got this guy who might have seen that because he's going to shove him off. And that's going to cause a bit of rage in this guy. This lobby, from what I saw, was absolutely filthy. So now we're in 6th place, and we have to really come from behind to try and ram this white car. And we're going to try. And miss out quite badly and end up way worse off than we were before. So yeah, we're going to be down into 9th place by the end of this. Beautiful stuff. And then starting off the top 5, we are moving to a daily race B. And this is either extremely late on the brakes or a deliberate attempt on Samuel's life there. So we're actually not going to end up as low as it could have been. But we're going to jump ahead a little bit to that chap now being in 2nd place, Samuel now in 4th. And it's funny when you get a bit of revenge, but it's funnier arguably when the guy takes himself off. And that was on the final lap as well, so that was amazing poetic timing. And then next up at 4, we are staying on the same track, fairly similar situation but much more swiftly dealt karma. So the Lambo here through the right-hander is going to be very wide, and Inferno is going to sneak on the inside. That was about as clean as an overtake can get, but obviously the Lambo is not too happy about it. So he's going to try and bulldoze his way past. He's going to manage to do so, but he's also going to manage to lose a lot of control. With an all-wheel drive car, it's a good effort. So we're going to end up spinning there. And maybe he got a bit of revenge. I don't know. I hope he feels better.
Yeah, how do you finish again? Dead last? Oh, yeah. He had a good day, though. Thanks.
And then starting off the top 3 this week, we are staying on the same track. These 2 guys, man, they just made each other look really, really bad. So coming into the first corner, it's going to start right at the first corner. The Mazda, we can just say he was late on the brakes. I don't know. But then the Peugeot is going to get on the inside, and the Mazda kind of turned in on him. So at the moment the Peugeot is not really in the wrong that much, but the Mazda is going to have a go at him anyway. And we're jumping to the end of the lap. These guys are both wrestling it out here, and now they are also dropping down the pack as a result. So we're going to punt each other off here straight into the wall. Now we are last and 2nd to last respectively. So I mean, it's about as bad as it can get, but they feel like making it worse. So now we're just going to slow each other up and make sure that really the other person has no chance of catching up to the rest of the pack. Of course, that means you yourself have no chance of catching up to the rest of the pack, especially the Mazda, because through this right-hander he's going to try and turn left and end up going straight into the wall, and then end up ghosting, losing a lot of speed, and that was probably the end of his race. And then next up at 2, just missing out the top spots, we've got another clip from Inferno. And this chap, well, he hadn't done a lot of practice, and he had also obviously practiced by wall riding, so he has no clue what to do in the first corner. But either way, it's going to work out with a lot of positions for him, because Polyphony doesn't like penalties right now. So we know he's a wall rider, because he's going to try and wall ride in the race, which not a good idea, especially when you're not very good at it, because he's wall riding there and only losing positions. Even though someone spun out, he still lost 2 positions. And then jumping ahead, now he's been spinning out all over the track, but we're going to have another crack at this wall ride. This guy's almost alongside him, so this is a good point of reference. Now with a failed wall ride there, we have now got 11th place right behind us, and the other chap a good 4 or 5 car lengths in front. And in the top spot this week, who could it be but Luis Dinicio himself. Another FIA race, and he's going to become a bowling ball there and just punt everyone wide, and because of the no penalties, we're up into 4th place. And then this through there, actually slowing down and letting the Audi pass, was one of the more intelligent things he's ever done. And then trying to block the other Audi, not one of the most intelligent things. But don't worry guys, something hugely surprising is coming up. So as we come into the right-hander here, that is a clean overtake from Luis Dinicio. We have to see that again.
Instant replay, please.
So we're going to watch that in slow motion. Normally we would do this for an incident, but because this guy is so dirty, we're going to do it for something being clean. But then 3 corners later, we are going to be a bit late, get a bit of a spin from Donald Bump himself. We're going to be down into 18th place. One of his cleaner efforts actually, but you know, he deserves everything he gets in these races. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, go leave a like. If you're new on, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you very much to my patrons whose names you're seeing on screen right now. If you'd like to join them and get access to videos early, the link is in the description. And I'll see you guys in my next video.